It's the night before Alan's cystectomy operation, one of the biggest that surgeons here at the Trust undertake. He'll have his bladder and prostate removed.
The consultant and the team diagnosed it as stage 3 cancer, which is carcinoma in situ, so it's maintained within the bladder.
Alan's having his operation at the Cheltenham General, the hospital the Trust is keeping free of COVID patients where it can, to allow them to carry on with as much normal surgery as possible.
There's fluid to clean your hands. You're confident in the fact that the nurses and the doctors around you have PPE. There's screens to protect you.
It's the day after Alan's 5-hour operation and he's recovering in intensive care.
I slept this morning. I didn't sleep too well last night, as you can imagine. I'm managing the achy pain sensation you get after a major operation. Everybody is so professional, and I'm so grateful for what happened and what they did yesterday to me and how they've supported me today.
This is the theatre where Alan had his operation yesterday, and the challenge, of course, for the surgeon and the clinical staff isn't just the complexity of that operation, but the fact that they're trying to carry on as normal as they have done for the last 9 months or so against the backdrop of coronavirus.
We had to prioritise. We had to decide who were the most urgent cases, particularly the nasty cancers, where there was a potential of them perhaps missing the boat if they were left for too long. Theatre throughput is reduced because there are lots of extra precautions that have to be taken when you're operating in this sort of climate. So things are slightly slower, but the teams have been working pretty flat out.
Since we filmed here in Cheltenham last week, there was an outbreak of COVID on a ward separate to Alan's, which was closed for half a day to new admissions. It shows that despite having learned so much about the virus since March, it's still a constant challenge to keep it at bay, to allow normal service here to continue.
The patients are being screened, obviously, before they're coming in. We take a lot more precautions in terms of PPE, both in here and in theatres. And that's a constantly changing environment. Even last night, the guidance has changed again in terms of what we're doing.
Over in Gloucester, Alan's updating his family on a video call. Because of the restrictions, they've not been allowed to visit him, so they've been self-isolating at home, waiting for him to be discharged.
My children and I feel quite helpless. We're not there to support him, and we just want to hold his hand, reassure him that he can get through this. We totally understand why it's been done. It's for his safety, the NHS safety, and everyone else's safety. But that is the good thing about FaceTime and seeing his progress.
And some good news to end on. This afternoon, Alan was discharged and reunited with his family just over a week after being admitted. Of course, other patients have had operations cancelled or delayed, but medical teams here are catching up, saying they're in a stronger position in this second wave.